Sanctuary fam.
Okay, so about a year ago, we spent quite a bit of money building this big, beautiful barn building for our goats. And today we are cutting out half of this building.
We are going to just chop it down.
Yes, so the reason why we're going to chop it down is because we are going to be building
goat houses out of a goat house. Right, so everybody is currently living in this building right now. It's a nightmare. There's no separation. There's no nothing. Everybody just runs around in there. I mean, they're getting along, but they're really not. So now we're going to build this Goatlandia structure here, okay? And we're going to separate all the houses, and we're going to make it look like it's Brooklyn, and everybody's going to have their little stoop, okay? And on the inside, we're going to separate it into little individual stalls so that they can all get, you know, the little space that they need, and everybody will have their place over here, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
so that's what we're going to build right now.
So goats are herd animals. We do know that they, you know, need to be together. However, when it comes to eating and sleeping, we personally like to do what we kind of call like a buddy system, where every goat gets a buddy and they each have their own individual housing. And this way we can kind of monitor.
We're at an airport, so it needs to be wingman, okay?
Okay, they have a wingman.
Everyone has wingman.
They don't have a buddy, they have a wingman. Okay, the point of this being is so that we can monitor the animals a little bit more closely. We can pay better attention to if every animal is getting the right amount of food, if they're eating their food or not, if they're drinking their water. And right now, with everyone being all together in one big building, it's kind of hard to tell if everyone is eating appropriate amounts of food, because some of the more dominant animals will tend to push away the less dominant animals. And so just having everyone have their own individual spaces allows us to monitor this a little bit more closely. And so for the past year, they've been in this building all together. We just needed to get a big building set up just to give them some housing, but everybody all together like that really doesn't work for us. So we are finally building out the little goat village that we have been wanting to build out since the day that we moved here.
I'm ready to start building now.
Okay, so give them the vision. What are we doing today?
So we're just going to take this wall off. Voila. Gone. Okay.
Gone. Voila.
And then I got some wood.
Yes.
We're going to put wood up, and then we will cut the holes out for the doors and build out the inside. So that's the plan. Here we go. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, guys. So what I'm doing right now, folks, is I'm taking out these screws. Hand of the screw. Okay, so these screws is what's holding on the metal wall right now. And I'm going to take this metal wall down so that we can replace the metal wall with wood. So right now I'm unscrewing the screws, and then we're going to take the sheeting off of here. And we're actually not getting rid of this. Actually, we had a tornado recently. Yes, a big F2 tornado. If you look up Valdosta, it was crazy. It was right in our front yard. And there was a huge something that went through the side of our barn, made like a 4-foot gash. And it uses the same material, same color and everything. It's the same barn, basically. We had it built at the same time. So I'm going to take this material, I'm going to take it down to the horse barn, and I'm going to replace the metal that got damaged on the side. So it's a win-win.
Once we unscrewed it, the side of the wall came down really easily. This building is made up of large sheets of metal. We were able to take the whole wall down in 2 sheets and set them aside to repurpose them for the next project.
So next what I'm going to do is we got this top panel on the existing barn that we were taking down here. We're going to leave that top panel up on there, and we're actually just going to fold it up to make the new roof that's going to overhang our little doors and stuff. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take some 2x4s that we got, and I'm going to attach them to the roof on the inside, and then we're going to lift it up with some 4x4 posts that we have. So follow along. Let's go. These are the posts that are going to hold the roof up. So we're going to put the posts in place, we'll hold the roof up. Yeah. We'll attach everything, make it all secure.
So we unscrewed the bottom half of the wall. We left the top screwed in and pulled it out and supported it with some posts. And this created a little roof for them. We are also filming this entire thing live right now. So if you are one of our live streaming camera subscribers, you guys are going to watch us build this entire thing. So, and if you're not one of our live streaming camera subscribers, read the info on the screen and sign up for the cams. Got a cute little roof going.
I have to go just a tad bit lower than that.
So that it slants down a little for the rain.
So I'm just putting a brace in here, so we're just gonna brace it up against the wall right here.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna cut this side. I should have a marker. This is my marker today.
Sandra's helping?
There?
Yep.
Should you hold that right there? Okay, now we're gonna put the boards in. So these are 4x8 sheets of wood, 1/2 inch thick. And it's pressure treated for outside. And this is what we're gonna use for the walls.
So we used wood to metal self-tapping screws to screw the boards into the side of the wall. And we're doing this just because it will be so much easier to carve the doors and create the doors out of the wood wall rather than the corrugated metal wall. As a side note, I just thought it was so funny how interested the goats were in what we were doing. They followed Kevin and I around every single step of this project. I think they just, wanted to approve of the renovations that were being done to their house. And I mean, hey, I don't blame them.
The plan now is we're gonna continue framing out the roof, building the soffit underneath, and then framing out the floor for the deck. And then we're gonna put the deck in. And then we'll frame out the fronts, make it look all cute, and then we'll get to the doors.
Everybody is patiently awaiting Kevin's next move. What will it be? What are we doing next, Herd? Are you kidding me? Look at this. It hasn't even been 5 minutes since this deck has been built, and the goats are already front porch sitting. You guys got a little Crackle Barrel porch going on? I like it.
Okay, guys, so next step, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut these doors out over here. Camera over there. Okay, check it out. See, there's gonna be a door somewhere over here. And I figured we should cut the doors out first before building the inside. So this way we have the doors all done and then we can build the inside. So in order to get the door size right, I think we need to go measure some goats, and get the length and the width and the height of the, you know what I'm saying? So let's go figure out how big we need to make the doors. So we got to measure the biggest goat that we got, to make sure the doors are big enough for all the goats to go through for all of their houses. I don't really want to make different size doors, so we're just going to go with the biggest goat. I think the biggest goat we got is Loki over here.
Definitely Loki.
In the pirate ship, looking through the wall over here, through his porthole. So I think we should go measure him first. Okay. Measure your horns.
Can we measure you? Can we see how big to make the door?
Can I see? What do we got? From the ground up, we're going to need about 31 inches of clearance. Probably about a foot, so that you can get into your house. What do you think about that? Okay guys, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to mark off the doors that we're gonna put in the wall here. And to do that, we have to start and we have to find dead center on the wall. So in order to find dead center, we're gonna take a measuring stick here and we're gonna figure out how wide it is. 55 inches. So what's half of 55 inches? 27.5 is half. So our halfway mark is right about here. All right, and then we got 40 inches, so 20 right here. So there we go. That's the center that we got right here. We'll mark this. So I don't know if you can see this very good, but here's our door that we outlined. Dead center. We'll have a hinge here. We'll have a hinge here, and we're gonna have the lock right there.
Oh, jeez, what's happening? Into the pile of hay. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. All right, so now we cut the doors.
So let's do it. Okay, so we're gonna use the saw. We're gonna cut the holes out and make some doors.
All right, gotta move. Guys, no. That's the receipt. That's the receipt. I mean, listen, if you want to reimburse for this, you can reimburse us. You can feel free. Guys, excuse you. Sandra.
So now that we have all 8 doors cut out, we are going to frame the outside of the wall here so we have something to attach the door to, make it a little bit more stable for the hinges. and it'll look a little nicer too. So
What do you guys think?
that's what we're gonna do. Are you
Bobo?
ready? You gonna help me out?
Sound like a plan?
Okay.
Do you guys
Hey, man,
approve?
grab the drill. Get the cutters. Let's do this.
All right, so we've got all of the doors cut out. All 8 doors are cut out, and he is cleaning them up right now and trimming them out.
Okay, so these are the boards I marked, and this is what we're going to use to trim out the exterior part of the door, so the door has something to screw to. So we're not just screwing into the 1/2-inch plywood, we'll actually be screwing into this. So this way, if the goats ram the door, they won't be able to get out.
This is what happens when they ram the door to try to get out.
So what I need you to do is hold the board right there, so that I can go in the inside and screw it to the wall.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
All right, let me test it out and see what it will be like. Good morning, Grayson. That's perfect.
All right, now it is time for my favorite part of the project, painting! So Shelby and I are at Home Depot right now, and we are standing in front of the color palette wall, picking out the colors for this project. Now this time though, we are not picking out the colors. We actually have a few of you guys that selected the colors for us, and we have a very specific list of color choices that we are picking from. So let's grab the list and let's pick the colors. This one right here.
I need an orange, like a bright orange.
Orange is not over here. We're gonna have to come over.
What's that? Will help us pick an exact color that we want.
Ooh.
So pick which color we want. We want an orange.
This one.
Yeah.
A little bit light, right? Yeah,
So like
that looks
that,
about
yeah.
right.
And then on a wall.
That
it
is
would look
definitely
like
the
that.
orange color. Oh, I
So
like
we
that. That's
need
so cool.
Blazing Bonfire P2. This one.
Yes, that is definitely the orange for this. Perfect. All right, love it. Okay, so that one is done. Oh, my favorite thing, my favorite thing. All right, I think we got
the colors.
all the colors. Let's go get them to mix the paint then.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, so while we're here, we gotta grab 10 of these boards for the inside of the stalls. Tell them what you're doing, Shelby.
Trying to see if it's straight without going cross-eyed.
We were told.
But it's not.
We were told that we had
That's
to
no-
look
that's
down the
bad.
boards. Oh yeah, no, see how it curves on the end? That board is not straight. Yeah, this board's not straight at the end. We have to look down the boards and figure out which ones are straight. We need 10 of these.
We'll be here a while, folks. This one looks good.
Let me see. It makes my eyes hurt.
That's what
It
I'm
makes the
saying, it
camera's
makes
eyes
my
hurt. That one looks good. That looks good.
I think it looks good.
I think we got one.
All right, so while we were at the store, Kevin was able to finish building out the whole front of this. So this is ready for paint. So we are gonna start painting this now while he starts building out the inside.
All right, so we are back from the store with all the paint, ready to paint it, and thankfully I have some help today to help knock this project off. Thank goodness we can get it done faster with all of us, so let's get it done.
So while the girls paint, I am going to build out the inside. You gotta go, Scarlett! Come on, let's go! All right, so I'm gonna put 8 goat condos inside of here.
Stay with us on this episode of Building a Goat House.
All right, guys, so we got this door here, the entrance way to get into the goat building. We're gonna make this last stall a little bit smaller. You know, we got a bunch of small goats, so we'll just put one in here in the end. I mean, it's not gonna be that much smaller, but we're losing a little bit here, but we're gonna angle it. And then we got the hallway going down, basically all their separate stalls here, so this should work out really good. Just gonna trim the wood so we can get a nice fit here with the 4x4.
So since the door is right here, he angled this board coming out. This will be the alleyway going behind, and this way we'll be able to clean each stall, just opening the door and being able to walk through this alleyway to clean.
All right, guys, so I used 4x4 posts to create where we're gonna put the doors. We got 2x4s for the walls, and then we're gonna put wire mesh in between here. So I got a 2x4 on the top, 2x4 on the bottom. We're gonna staple right to this basic frame of the goat houses. Couple doors in the front. Should look pretty cool. We're almost done. So we're doing this way so that the animals can see each other through the fences here, and so the ventilation is a little bit better. If we enclose all these walls, it would get really hot and dark in here. So we're gonna do the metal so this way they can see each other.
So we are using this cattle wire or hog wire. It's super thick.
I think we were gonna go with wood doors, but now after looking at it, we had these metal panels laying over by our barn that we recycled. I think that we're gonna make these the new doors, and they'll just be a lot better than wood ones.
Hi, friend. Are you coming to inspect? Or did you hear that we were building new condos, so you're just coming to move in? You like that one? Oh. The deposit was too much? Well, good luck finding better condos than these. Whoop, careful.
All right, so we got a few more doors to put on, but basically this is what we're doing. We're gonna use the horse stall doors. Actually, they were window panels, I believe, but we're gonna repurpose them into our goat doors. And basically I just notched out the end of the door and hinged it onto a piece of wood. And then we'll just build a little wall right here to hold the feed bucket. So it'll work out perfect. So I got a few more to do, and I'm almost done.
Now it's time for the most important part of this whole build. Ow, wrenching! So the most incredible part about this project is that we sent out an exclusive newsletter to our newsletter subscribers asking for 8 families to help sponsor a goat condo. Being a nonprofit organization and trying to always continue to help as many animals as you can, while always ensuring to, maintain the absolute best quality of care for the animals that you've already taken in and promised a forever home to, it's something that truly does take a community, and our community is you guys, our sanctuary family, and we are just so grateful that we have such a wonderfully supportive community. So if you know me, you know that whenever we do some sort of fundraising project like this, I always just want to show you that gratitude and show you that appreciation in any way that I can. So we knew that we were going to be painting this building. The paint helps to seal the wood in, and it just makes it last longer. And so we asked the 8 wonderful families who sponsored a goat condo to pick what colors that they would like their condo to be painted. But what they didn't know, Buster, do you want to tell them? What they didn't know was that in addition to them getting to select their colors, Kevin was going to be painting a unique to each family design on every single condo. And I am so excited to share what he came up with, the design that he came up with for each condo and family. Every single condo is truly so meaningful, and I'm pretty sure that this has easily become one of my favorite projects that we have ever done. Buster, is that necessary? Buster! Ow! You're the bully, Buster. You are the bully here. Every playground has one. And it's him.
All right, I'm about to Bob Ross this thing. Follow along with me, guys. First, we're gonna start out with our big Sharpie. So I've already outlined I don't know if you can see that, kind of what I want to do, but we're gonna do some windows here with like a flower bed on the window with some flowers and stuff in the windows. And we're gonna make this look really cute. Ready, set, go. Remember, there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Follow along with me. Grab a brush, you can paint your door. Anybody can do it. All right, so we got the first section done. Got the windows done. What do you think, Dixie? Dixie, what do you think of your house? What do you think so far? You like your windows? So you can see the view in the morning? Yeah? All right. Next up is flower boxes. We gotta plant some flowers. Let's do it.
This first goat condo was sponsored by our wonderful friends and longtime supporters, the Souza family. The Souza family was open to us selecting the colors for this condo, so we decided on beautiful shades of pink. Kevin decided that this condo needed some windows on the front of the house. And of course, the windows needed some beautiful happy flowers basking in the sun on the windowsills. After he was finished painting the flowers, Kevin wanted to add one of his absolute favorite views, and that is, of course, a little airplane flying in the sky on a beautiful sunny day. This bright and beautiful, happy design reminds us of the beautiful Souza family. Since this condo has a little bit less square footage than the others, because this is the one that we had to angle right at the front door, we thought that this house would be absolutely perfect for our little petite, gentle goat, Dixie. Dixie's personality is extremely timid, and she truly needed her own space to really be able to thrive in. And now, thanks to the Souza family, Dixie has a whole little goat condo of her own.
All right, guys, so we got the Swedish flag on this one, the blue and yellow family colors, and gotta make sure I got the lines all right, orientation for the flag. I think I got it.
This second goat condo is more meaningful to me than I can even put into words. This house was sponsored by my very own mormor. Mormor stands for Mother's Mother in Swedish, and my mormor wanted to sponsor a house in honor of my late grandfather and uncle, who both passed away recently, very close together, and they were both named Paul Thenstedt. She chose the colors of the Swedish flag, deep blue and yellow, but we wanted to take it a step further and paint the actual flag of Sweden on the front door, making this house extra special to my family. I wanted to add some of my own personal touches to this condo, so I added some music notes in honor of my late uncle, whose influence impacted me in so many ways and helped shape me into the person that I am today, and one of those ways was through love for music. On the inside of the door, I wanted to write my morfar's favorite quote, which he actually had painted in huge letters across his living room. One day at a time. Paul Thenstedt, my morfar, and Paul Thenstedt, my uncle, were two of the most influential male figures in my life and just the most incredible role models that anyone could ever ask for. And now having this whole little condo in honor of them and getting to see these beautiful reminders every single day is so deeply meaningful. This beautiful condo is going to be given to our magnificent resident goat, Loki, because fun fact, Loki is actually a Scandinavian name, so of course we had to put him in the Swedish house.
All right, so we got to do the mural for the next house here. I don't know if you can see, I kind of sketched out what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna take the Sharpie and outline it and paint it up. Let's go. All right, guys, so the outline is done. That's what I'm going for. Nice little sunset scene, you know, with the waves, with the water right there. That's my outline. A couple trees with the goat hanging in the hammock there, just chilling under the sun. So I'm gonna get ready to paint this up, and should look pretty good when it's done.
So you should have the eyes blue.
Got a little plane here pulling the banner. Our happy clouds. And our goat enjoying the sunset. A little starfish, pirate ship, monkey in the tree, some birds. Not too bad.
This beautiful goat condo was sponsored by our wonderful friends, the Gagauf Family. They chose this beautiful aqua color, which reminded us of our hometown and the beautiful beaches in Naples. Mr. Gagauf is actually an incredible artist and painter, and so Kevin made sure to bring his creativity with this design. He painted, of course, a beach in Florida with turtles in the sand and the Gagauf family's sponsored goat, Scruffaluffagus, sitting in a hammock relaxing under the palm trees. And of course, the design would not be complete without a little airplane in the sky. Ideally, Scruffaluffagus, their sponsored goat, would of course have moved into their sponsored goat condo. But since Scruffaluffagus already has his own home, Penny, Wrenchin, and Sandra have decided to move into this goat condo.
So Persephone has been sponsoring one of our pigs, Wilbur, for quite a while now. So we are going to draw and then paint Wilbur flying an airplane on the side of the goat house that she sponsored. I'm going to use the drawing from my hat for inspiration.
This goat condo was sponsored by our little piggy Wilbur's favorite person in the world, his alpha sponsor, Persephone Grace. Persephone chose this purple and lime green for her colors, and I love how bright and vibrant they are. Since Persephone is Wilbur's alpha sponsor, of course we had to paint Wilbur on her condo. And I know you guys have seen this design before. This is actually the same little design that we use in the intro of our videos, with our airport numbers on it and everything. I absolutely love this design, and I hope that Persephone loves it as much as I do. Our little goat Lilo told us that of all the houses on the market, this was her favorite design, so she decided to move into this goat condo with her two little babies, Andy and Sage. This goat condo was sponsored by the fantastic Pirozzi Organization Development Solutions that specialize in leadership training, team building, and professional development consulting. They chose a dark and light blue for their colors to match their logo. So Kevin decided to go one further, and instead of just matching their logo colors, he tried to design the actual logo itself. We are so grateful for this wonderful business and their incredible support and generosity. And we are going to be using this condo for our inseparable girl squad, Grandma Lucy, Mom Luna, and two daughters, Angel and Rona. This goat condo was sponsored by a wonderful friend and hero in animal rescue, Parker's Rainbow Bridge Animal Rescue, an animal rescue located in Southwest Florida dedicated to rescuing animals in need, including special needs animals with a focus on little cleft palate puppies and so much more. Our sweet goats Midnight and Grayson are going to be the ones that get to call this colorful house their home. Rainbow was of course their preferred color palette, so I wanted to paint the entire rainbow to honor Parker's Rainbow Bridge Animal Rescue. This condo was sponsored by one of our amazing supporters, Crest, and she wanted to sponsor this goat condo in honor of her children, Zach and Ben, and Chris and Kim. They chose a beautiful royal purple for their color choice, and for their design, Kevin decided that he wanted to paint the entire world. Our whole world just floating through outer space to represent how amazing it is that we have such wonderful supporters from all over the world and how much they mean the entire world to us. Before we got the chance to share with Caitlin the final design of the goat house that she sponsored in honor of her children, we found out that she is currently facing some incredibly difficult health issues. So Kevin decided to add some shooting stars in the sky so that we could make a wish upon the shooting stars for her to get better. Since this house was sponsored by awesome siblings, we thought that it was only fitting that we put our closest sibling duo in this house, Kevin and Jenny.
All right, guys, so for this one, we've got the Mets inspiration from the Merritt family. So go New York Mets. So I think, you know, to be fitting, I think we need some pinstripes, like orange and blue here on the wall, so I think that's what we're going to go for here. And it just so happens the tape's orange. Okay, that's my phone. No, no, no. See what happens when you leave these goats by themselves for 2 seconds? This is what happens. That paint bucket was up there, and they jumped up there and knocked it down there and got it all over my nice wall that I just finished. And now I'm gonna have to fix this really quick before it dries. Oh my gosh. Oh, and they broke the stand for the camera. Oh my gosh, guys, what are you doing? Look at this. Stop that. You're eating the, I just put that up there so I can paint. I just put that up there and you're peeling it off? Come on, guys. You're really making this hard for me. Okay. All right, enough.
This last goat condo was sponsored by wonderful longtime supporter, the Merritt family. John Merritt chose navy blue and orange colors for the New York Mets baseball team. So for the design, we of course had to do a whole Mets theme. And guess what? It just so happens that our two crazy boys, Bobo and Buster, just so happen to be diehard Mets fans. So of course, they claimed this condo. Kevin finished off this design with Mr. Met himself in the corner and the Queensboro Bridge going across the top.
So this is the completed project. You did so good, Kev. I love it.
Thank you.
This came out so cute and adorable. I love how each animal has their own individual space with their own unique design on the front of it for their own little cottage. But at the same time, because it's all together in one big building like this, it makes it so much easier to keep it clean. It makes it safer for storms and stuff like that, as opposed to like the little tiny individual buildings that we used to have for each one of these goats. Being all together in the same building like this is so much safer. And yeah, I think this is beautiful. I love the way this came out. So that's what the front of it looks like. I'll show the inside now. So this is what the inside looks like. It's so perfect. They still can see each other through it with this wiring that we used, which is nice because we know herds like to be together, but this way it makes it just so much easier for us to keep tabs on everybody. We did this setup right here for the locks. So basically we can just lift the piece of wood right there, open the gate up, come right in to be able to clean it. We left this alleyway here to make it easy for us to be able to just come along, walk through, feed everyone, clean it, and get in here easily. We used to have these buckets right here. This is what we used to use, just these buckets that would sit on the floor. The goats would roll it all around on the floor. It'd get all disgusting. So we went ahead and added individual bowls for everyone at their heights, just to make it a little bit easier to feed and to keep their food buckets clean. This will help us just be able to monitor the animals easier, make sure everybody's eating okay. Also, just to say, at the end of the day, when all of the goats would come inside this building, I would be sitting there and like either counting, 1, 2, 3, 4, or I would be sitting there going, okay, Lucy, Luna, Loki, Rona, and just going through every single one of the goats to make sure everybody was in the building and nobody was still hanging out outside the building. And so this will make it so much easier for me to be able to see who's in the building and make sure everybody is all in here. And this is still Scarlett's favorite spot right here. Oh, sorry, I interrupted her nap. Okay. I'm out of here. Right here.
The door. I should probably do that with all of them.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that. So this way when you open the door, it still blends in with their logo. That's so creative, Kevin. How'd you think of that?
It's open.
Uh-huh.
So it still goes with it.
Yeah, perfect. Go check it out. Oh, look, this one says, "Let's go Mets." I didn't even see that either.
It's a New York theme, so I gotta tag it,
Oh, KD, I see.